Jai Gurudev, Jai Shri Ram. What an amazing time of life this is. The joy, the excitement of the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lalla in his place of birth, Ayodhya, has enveloped not only our country but the whole world in a wave of devotion. We as a generation are so fortunate because we will be known always as a generation which witnessed this historic occasion of the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lalla, which was something which was awaited for 5 centuries, 500 years. That is the civilizational, the cultural, the national and international significance and impact of this historic event. And all over our country, we can see waves of devotion. Children are singing Ram bhajans in schools. Young students are doing walkathons from the south of India to Ayodhya, celebrating the life of Lord Ram. Many, many incidents like that. And more than this, we are so fortunate because Puja Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, our Gurudev, has been so instrumental and has played such a vital role in the mediation that led to the resolution of the conflict, which was alive for 500 years, which has now led to the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lalla. And on this occasion, we are even more fortunate that we have a chance to have a heart-to-heart conversation with our very dear Bhanu Didi, Bhanumati Narsimhanji, our very respected Bhanu Didi, a passionate, visionary educationist, a best-selling author, a meditation teacher of teachers whose knowledge and work of life has reached lakhs of students and people around the world. She, through her life, has touched millions of people, and today I'm looking forward to have a conversation with her to reveal and to come to bring to life some very beautiful, unknown and untold aspects of Ram Lalla. Bhanu Didi, thank you so much for taking time for this conversation. You have written this book, Didi. It's a mesmerizing, captivating book, life, through the eyes of Sita. And you lived it. When you wrote it, you must have lived that life, that feeling, that emotion. So from Sita's eyes, now that when you wrote the book, what about Lord Ram, enlivens you or inspires you?
Rama is always the Maryada Purushottam. How he upheld all the values, human values and dharma. No? We have heard about it. No, he was so righteous in every sense. But the thing that really, really changed my outlook when I saw him, through her eyes. There is one anecdote I have written in this book also, but I keep remembering that, that people say what Sita was so talented, everything, but she always, was treated like any other ordinary woman and she was sent away. There are many such comments. And it's quite natural, even when I was very little, when I was not so mature enough, to understand the higher value sense. I used to also get little irked by Rama. I have gone through many books now that, of course, Valmiki Ramayana is such a wonderful literature it's something else by itself, it's Kamba Ramayana is there's Tulsidas Ramayana, it has a different angle, little bit different flavor. So when I was going through this Lord Rama's, life history, so I found this story and it was so like turning point for me. There was such a beautiful relation with Shiva and Vishnu and Ram. Lord Rama loved Shiva, Ishtadev, and Shiva loved Rama. So Parvati was very, intrigued by this relationship. She said, all the time you're praising Rama, what's so special about him? So then she wanted to check out for herself. Then she came and then she wanted to test Rama. She came in the form of Sita. And Rama was walking in, they were searching for some fruits and things to, they were in Chitrakuta forest. Then he was walking and Parvati Ma came as a Sita. She came running behind him and then she caught up with him. And then sometime she moved ahead of him. At that moment, Rama stopped and with folded hands, he said, Mata, may I know how come you are here without Mahadev? So she just stopped and said, how did you recognize me? She was quite inquisitive about it. Then Ram said, I know my Sita so well. Sita always would follow me. She will never go ahead of me. When you went ahead, I know you are my Mata Parvati. If you listen to only so much and stop at it, you will get angry. Oh, he is only making her follow. What he said, the next line was, I always clear the path for Sita. So it is not like that he want her to follow him, but he is taking care. Look at the care. The care of Lord Rama is something exemplary, I would say. And this is a relationship that has to be glorified, I would say. So that is when I said this is the ancient love story.
Really, what a love story.
Yeah.
Also, no, Didi,
So how he said that just one sentence that I clear the path for her. And that shows his love and respect, everything together. Because sometimes where there is love, there is no respect.
Yeah.
Where there is respect, you are, you are not so, totally can love that way. There's some distance is there. But here he had both. So that is a beautiful example. These are the things that one can learn from history, that how it's not always like aggressiveness or arrogance or, because both were like that. If you see Sita also, even though she was equal, I wanted everybody to know this side, this relationship, But when you go back to the history, if you see, we can learn these things. You don't have to live in the ancient world. You don't have to go to forest now and things like that. But definitely we can imbibe these qualities of sharing, caring.
Dignity.
Dignity, yeah, dignity to human values.
Didi, I think in today's time, this is such an important continuous reminder we need to have for ourselves, where relationships, especially marital relationships, have become so brittle, and people are ready to, at the drop of a hat, you're impatient. And this is a love story of complete dedication,
patience, perseverance,
and acceptance, complete acceptance of the other, the decisions, everything.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Didi, this is at like a little human level. Gurudev often speaks about also the spiritual meaning of Rama, Sita. Can you talk a little about that?
It's so wonderful when Gurudev says every day Ramayana is happening in our life. It's not like 7,000 years back Rama, Sita lived and they came and went. Like, it's not the. So what is that essence that you can really imbibe from Ramayana is, Rama is the self, Atma, they say. And Sita is the mind. All of us have a mind, right? And Lakshmana is the awareness, sharpness, awareness. He was called Lakshman Rekha, means you have to be aware where it is danger, where it is comfort for you, where, all these things. So that awareness only can bring us that space. And then we have Hanuman. Hanuman is called Mukhya Prana, breath. He is Hanuman. Breath is so essential. Without breath, we are nowhere, right? And that is the important aspect. And he also represents faith and devotion, if you see, in life. So Hanuman is the breath, and then Ravana is the ego. And we have all this, no, all of us have ego also. Definitely we have ego. But when the ego is, mind is kidnapped by the ego. Gurudev often says ego should be there like salt in food, or like you keep the money in your pocket, not in your head, right? So like that, ego should be given its place. So here, when the mind was kidnapped by the ego, through the help of the breath and awareness, it had to be reunited with the self. That is Rama. So that's happening every day in our life. Something or the ego trip, we spoil our relationship, and then we are not in. When we are not happy, we are not in the self. That's why Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. He is a Lord of bliss. The Rama is Atman, our own self. So this is what, when he explained this whole concept, it was so beautiful. The essence. It's nothing. No idealistic thing. It's such a practical wisdom, and that's the beauty of having a guru in your life. They really this whole Ramayana is the essence of practical wisdom, the way he has spoken.
Wow, how beautiful, Didi. I think it is such an important knowledge for those who think of this as some incident which happened and then debate about it. There are so many controversies about whether Ram Setu even exists. So it is, when we think of it like this, it is alive and now and in our life. Wow. Gurudev says there are layers to everything. So this is the deepest, subtlest layer. How beautiful. There are thousands of young students and youth are watching this, who have their own set of challenges as the world is today. So from 7,000 years back from Rama, what can they learn that can make their life happier, more harmonious, more purposeful?
Yeah, Rama was, as I said before, he's Maryada Purushottam, means he's upheld dharma and righteousness, and then commitment, and then he had so much of values, in the sense he cared, and he respected, the respect and care he had, the love he had for elders. These are all exemplary. Nowadays at the drop of the hat we get angry, but the brotherhood, if you see how he would always involve all his brothers in every activity that he did, give them equal status. And women, of course, he had that, so much of respect for them. There's so many examples you can learn from Rama, And Ramarajya, they would say, that where there was more prosperity, there was justice, equality, all these things were there in Ramarajya. So that is the ideal situation, And we have to look up to something higher, isn't it? When we want to improve in life. Development always happens when you have a higher goal. So this can be our higher goal.
Oh, how beautiful. And what about for women? Like through the generations of women in Ramayana, whether it was Kaushalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi, the mother's generation, or then Sita, Urmila, and also not much is spoken or known about the wives of Bharat and Shatrughan. So you have researched and you have so much knowledge about this. What about the women of Ramayana?
Women of Ramayana, Sita, I would always say Sita is a present mind. When you are in the present mind, you are full of enthusiasm, joy. You are not worried about something, past or future. So how one can bring the mind to the moment, present moment. And she was an epitome of perseverance and patience. And here I really remember when she was very small, little, and Raja Janak raised all the girls, all his daughters, as boys only, like equal to king. That not that is where, even during Ramayana days, there was equality. There was so much regard and respect for women, which is nowadays we fight for it, which was not necessary those days. They were all given that equal status. King Janaka was searching for a suitable tutor for Sita. So many rishis were called, and they had, if anybody wins the debate, and then that person will teach. So there were many rishis, and then wonderful debate on the self. And there was this Yagyavalkya, and then the final debate was between Yagyavalkya and Gargi, the Brahmavadini. So then Yagyavalkya won, and she accepted the defeat very gracefully. Sita was looking, observing everything. Then she went to Gargi's direct, and I know Rishi Yagyavalkya will be my tutor, I know teacher, but I want also to learn from you, if you don't mind. She said, why dear child, it was decided who wins the debate only will be your tutor. Why you want to learn from me? She said that I really appreciated, I really loved the way you accepted defeat. And she said you had so much magnanimity. And also the little Sita said to her that I feel there is nobody who is a loser in the debate on the self. Whenever you're discussing knowledge, either you gain knowledge or you share knowledge. There's nobody that you win knowledge. This is a win-win situation, in fact. So when Gargi noticed this wonderful quality already there in Sita, and she appreciated, and she told, Janaka, she's so mature for her age. She knows everything. I don't know what I'm going to teach her anyways, but I would love to definitely share whatever I knew. So this was the level of maturity and the brightness they all had in those days, maturity. And even though she had all these qualities, she was so brilliant. She knew all the 64 kalas that a king has to learn. Janaka had seen to it that she will also be, equally competitive in that. Then also she always shared, like shared values nowadays we talk about. If he wins also, it was her win. That was her attitude. So there's nothing one-upmanship here. This we have to learn from Sita, I feel. Otherwise, nowadays the whole ego relationship problem is because I'm better than you, I have studied more than you, I know more than you. These things, these things are the difference of opinion that really eats up the relationship. Maybe, a few years of good relationship can be spoiled by one single, comment. So because we don't have that patience and perseverance, these things, they are ideal in that, I feel, this Sita and Rama.
Hardship in life.
Yes, Sita had so much to face, but this everything she overcome. And she's an example that how you should not be bogged down by any such events in life. They are passing moments like clouds in the sky. You are untouched by that. That is the real essence. And I feel Kausalya Mata was there as the name itself suggests skill. Every mother should have skill in action, teaching the child, dealing with the child. That she had, that Kausalya. And if you see Sumitra, she was a friend for everyone, Mitra,
Nice.
So Maitri Bhav you could learn from her, and how she said to Lakshmana, when Lakshmana needed her permission for him to go with the brother, because always they respected mother's words, and mother said, forget about me, Rama is your mother, father, everything, Ram and Sita. Ram and Sita are your mother, father, everything for you. Just you have to only follow them. She freed him from that bondage also, if at all you want to call it a bondage. And if you see Kaikeyi, and she is the best mother so ever, even though it is, if you read the history, if you read the story, you feel otherwise. Here I remember my father's stories when he was small. I believe that Rama was born and all, then little later the Devtas came and requested Kaikeyi, only you can do something, because we don't want him to settle here, he's so happy here, everything, but he need to, he is born for a higher purpose. He is born for a higher purpose, so you have to remind him, you have to send him to the forest somehow, because he needs to protect so many rishis, and he need to revive the dharma again, which is being, lost through the asuras, rakshasas, we can say. Negative power is winning over so many places, the positive aspect, no? So then, that is in spite of knowing that her name and fame will be affected, for the benefit of Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya, that is what is benefit of many people. She sacrificed. She asked for this boon, which she had already, decided long back when she had helped Dasharatha in the warfare. So I would say she was the best, you would say, mother. That is when she asked for this boon, and when Rama was being told by everybody, how can she do this? Rama said, don't talk negative about her. I know about Ma Kaikeyi. I know that she loves me more than all the other mothers. Kausalya also said the same thing. And if she is doing this, means there's something behind this. That is the depth of understanding. That human psyche he knew in and out. He said, if she has asked me to do, there's something else behind her. It's not just she is unhappy about me or jealous about something. And that is how he accepted it, And if you remember in the book also I have written about the parrot, how the parrot, when Sita befriended the parrot in Chitrakutam forest, she wanted to name the parrot, and he said Kaikeyi without even thinking twice. And she said, Raman, this parrot is supposed to be my friend. You're naming after Kaikeyi, ma. Then he said, Kaikeyi was the puppet in the divine hands. He said this. So, like how whatever you say, this parrot would talk, it will say, if she says Jai Shri Ram, it will say Jai Shri Ram, like that. So then, see what it does, it repeats whatever you say. Like that, even Kaikeyi Ma was like that, in the hands of the, divine will. That is, then, even if she had little bit of, unhappiness towards Kaikeyi, went away through this incident. So every incident in this beautiful text, epic, you can learn so many. It's a wealth of knowledge.
So many deep meanings.
Meaning, yeah, definitely.
Gurudev once he says it many times,
Yeah.
I have heard it once, that this is all a big cosmic design. And each one is playing a part in it.
Correct.
I think it is so assuring to look at life through this
Yeah.
lens, isn't it? Then it puts your mind at
Yes.
rest, and it makes you capable of then.
So he also said one time that why you're advocating, why you're becoming like an advocate for all those years back, whatever happened and it's finished,
Right.
the past.
Right.
What you can learn from these things, which will be useful for you now, take it.
That. Yeah.
So
Correct.
that's what is the ideal, that's what is the intelligent thing to do, isn't it?
True.
So I would always say, that all these other women you said, even Urmila was the epitome of sacrifice.
Correct.
She sacrificed her own happiness
Correct.
for the happiness of the husband. You know, he wanted to go with the brother. And if you see like this, all these other women also, you know, if you see Shabari is there, Shabari Kabir, you know, with the Phal, how she wanted to test before, means basically saying whatever you like only you should offer to others. That is the example she was giving. You know. It's, and the divine also loves whatever you give with that clear heart, no?
Yeah.
And then if you see Ahalya Mata, you know, that she became a stone and how he...
What is the deeper meaning of that, Didi? That how, I mean, at a very
Yeah.
gross level, you say, how can a person become a stone?
Yeah.
But there is a deeper meaning.
Definitely. So Gurudev said that, you know, whenever somebody blames you or whenever you feel somebody has cheated you, how do you feel? You feel like a stone in the heart.
Right.
You know, you feel and you are stunned, you know, when like somebody cheated you, you know. How can somebody cheat me? You know, you are stunned with your own ignorance and at the same time other people's you know, behavior, isn't it? Because she was the most intelligent person, so pure and everything. So that guilt also, and then that unhappiness can make you a stone, you know.
Hard.
Hard.
Right.
So only when you that is all still in the intellect, memory, ego level. But when you reach the self, that is Atmaram, when you go into, when you are in the self, you know, Rama came and touched her, they say, you know, his feet touched her. Means when you just have to go inward to yourself. That is what happens in meditation.
Right.
When you meditate, you are not this body, you're nothing, you know, you're not even the mind, you just go above all thoughts and emotions. Then there's a point when there's nothing. Nothingness, you know, that space. So that is what is the space of the self. That is what is self, where you feel joyful, blissful and energetic, all that, you know, when you, after meditation, you come out and you feel so light, no?
Right.
That is when you don't live in the past, you are in the self, you know, you are in the self with joy and bliss. So that is what the whole essence, that's what Gurudev said, you know, when Rama is that self, when you go establish in yourself, that is what self-realization means, no?
So beautiful.
Self-realization will never never make you feel guilty or, you know, remorse. This thing will not happen because you know that self is blemishless. No, nothing can affect the sky. That any dark cloud, light cloud, white cloud, nothing. No? Right? So there's untouched. You know that. Nityoham, Shuddhoham, Buddhoham, Muktoham. That is the state of the self, and that's what is Rama represents. No, the essence of Rama. So in our life we take that Rama, in that essence of Rama, life is full of bliss. Ananda Ramana. Atma Rama Ananda Ramana. They say, Achyuta Keshava Hari Narayana Bhava Bhaya Harana Vandita Charana Raghukula Bhushana Rajiva Lochana. Means, you know, he is the one who lifts you above all the bhava sagara, you know?
Right.
Material.
So beautiful.
So nice, yeah.
Didi, so we have to now talk about Lord Hanuman. So Hanuman, we know it is said that has more kalas than Ram.
Yeah.
And it is said, Didi, popularly, you know, Ram se bada Ram ka naam. जैसे जो राम खुद नहीं कर सके वो राम का नाम लेके पूरी वानर सेना ने सेतु बना दिया. So talk to us about this a little. How does this work? I mean, the guru and the devotee, and here the devotee is at an apparent level more, capable, like helping the guru like that. So
because guru gives you that capacity, and if you see, Hanuman was the epitome of devotion. And if Gurudev often says devotion is a gift, it cannot be cultivated, it is a gift to you. So the gift also is given to you. So and the giver is always there. That's what giver is, the guru, the Lord, the God. So they say 12 kalas was Rama, 14 kalas Hanuman, 16 kalas Krishna, Devi, Ganesha, like that. Guru also. So basically saying that devotion can move more. So through devotion, the devotee only can pray, no. The Lord themselves, they can't pray to themselves. So the devotee prays, they put a sankalpa, they want the sankalpa, and then fructification is left to the divine.
Right.
But the devotion only moves. You have to take one step. That first step is devotion, 10 steps they take towards you. So it's not in terms of physical strength or something like that, but definitely they say devotion is so important for us. That is a language that you can understand now. They say Kaliyugadali Hari Namavanenaದರೆ. They say that just Nama is enough to cross over the ocean of samsara, they say. Means remind yourself that you are the Ram, you are the Hari, you are the one that go back to the radiance in yourself. Rama means what? The radiance in me. So how to get back to yourself? If you know how to get back to yourself, it is a source of joy, source of energy, source of happiness. That your life is done, isn't it? So that is the step. They say that just you have to take that step.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And we are so fortunate Gurudev has given us that path
Yeah.
to go back. He's actually taking us back
Yeah.
to our own self.
Yes.
So beautiful. We are so fortunate.
Hmm.
We were talking about epitome of devotion, and this is a time we are experiencing this in our country.
Yes.
Gurudev often speaks about Bhakti ki leher, and
Correct.
we have seen it and we are seeing more of it. So much is happening. As we come to the end of our conversation, Didi, anything you would like to sing or chant more?
It's nice. There's one song we often sing in our ashram. It's how sweet is the name of Rama, Sita. मधुर मधुर नाम सीताराम सीताराम मधुर मधुर नाम सीताराम सीताराम मधुर मधुर नाम राधे श्याम मधुर मधुर नाम राधे श्याम मधुर मधुर नाम सीताराम सीताराम.
So beautiful, Didi. And once again, I, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank you for taking this time and giving us such beautiful insights beyond the normal, beyond the obvious, that are so valuable in our life today. And I just feel that this time in our life is also teaching us that if we have a good intent, a clear intent, a pure intent, and come together in a harmonious way, what is it that we cannot achieve? And life is so full of happiness then.
Correct.
As we are seeing in our country right now. So thank you so much, Didi, from the entire Shri Shri University team for being with us on this very important and historic occasion. And we wait for you to come back to campus again.
Yes. It's a joy for me.
Jai Gurudev.
Thank you.
Jai
sir.
Shri Ram.
Jai Gurudev. Jai Shri Ram.